Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all okay and staying safe. Should we find out what we're going to do for our next home learning video? Let me get my timetable picture so we can have a look. Here we go. Have a good look. What can you see the people doing? They're doing some good reading and some good writing. What do we call it when we're doing our good reading and our good writing? That's right, we call it literacy or English. Well done, everybody. Now, for literacy and English today, I'm going to do some good reading, and then you guys have got stuff in your pack for you to have a go at some good reading. Now, when we do our good reading in school, we use some symbols to help us focus our learning. Shall we see what our reading focus is going to be today? Let's have a look. It's this symbol here. Here it is. It's a magnifying glass, and it's called locate and retrieve. And we sometimes do locate and retrieve. And we can locate and retrieve all sorts of things in the text. We can look at different types of information, different words, sometimes just some different sounds as well. So we're going to be having a look at some particular words and their sounds today. So we're going to locate some words and have a look at their sounds. I've got a special story to help us with that today. This week we're learning all about firefighters. So I have got a firefighter story to share with you today. Now, for our firefighter story, we are going to be looking out for firefighter words. So these might be words that firefighters use all the time. When they need to go and get equipment, they'd be using the same words because they always have to use a hose, ladder, hat. Well done. And these are the sort of words that we're going to be locating in our text today. Let's have a closer look at what other words might pop up. Okay, so I've got some words here. Let's have a look. See what words you can see on my fire word mat. So we've got a hose pipe. We've got a fire extinguisher. Fire engine, some of you might call it a fire truck. We've got a helmet or a hat. Oh, what's that? That's funny looking. Yeah, it's a mask. We've got a walkie-talkie or a radio. Whoa, it's not just any old ladder, that's an extendable ladder. Wow, so we've got lots of words that we are going to keep an eye out in our story today. Let's see if we can locate and retrieve some of these words. Okay, so I've got our story all ready. Should we have a look at the title of our story? It's called Charlie the Firefighter. Oh, let's see if the board comes up a bit easier. Let's move it forward a bit. There we go, that's better. So it's called Charlie the Firefighter. That's its title. Not sure who the author is. It's made by Twinkle. Tulip class were all listening eagerly, waiting for Mr. Clark to tell them the big news. Next week, said Mr. Clark, we're going on a very special trip to the fire station. Oh, that's right, guys. Fire station was a word on our mat. Can you locate and retrieve the word on my fire station mat? You could pause the video and splat the right picture. Well done, that's right. Here is my fire station. And that starts with a sound. You found it on my map. Shall we see if we can spot it in the text? See if we can locate and retrieve it from the text. And it starts with a, doesn't it? See if you can see the word fire station. That's right. There it is. Starts with a for fire and a for station. Well done, guys. Let's carry on with our story. See if we can locate and retrieve any of those special firefighter words today. So will meet someone called Charlie who will tell us all about being a firefighter. Yeah, can you see firefighter on our word map? See if you can pause the video and find it with your grown-up. Well done, guys. Let's carry on with the story. All week the children were buzzing with excitement. I can't wait to meet Charlie, said Dylan. I bet he is so cool. I think he'll be really strong, said Medina. I'm going to tell him that I want to be a firefighter too, said Teo. Finally, Monday arrived and it was time to go to the fire station and meet Charlie. Tulip class lined up with their partners and made their way to the bus. Billy and Amari sat together, talking about what they thought might happen at the fire station. Hope Charlie lets me ride in the fire engine, said Billy. Fire engine! Did we see that word on our fire word mat? We did. Can you spot it? Well done. You've got your listening ears on, listening out for those fire-themed words that we're focusing on today. Let's see, carry on with the story. I really hope he shows us how to use the hose, said Amari. Yeah, hose. We had hose on our word mat as well. We're finding lots of fire words in this story. When they arrived, Mr. Clark led the children off the bus and into the fire station. This is Charlie, said Mr. Clark. Charlie stood in front of them all and waved. Oh, look at his awesome uniform, said David. That's another good fire word to look out for, isn't it? Uniform. Charlie pulled off her helmet. Oh, there's a couple of things to look at here, isn't there? Because we had the firefighter word helmet on our word mat. So we've located and retrieved one of our fire word objects, and that's a helmet. But I thought Charlie was going to be a boy firefighter. Not, is it? Charlie is a girl firefighter. Hi, Tulip class, she said. It's so good to meet you. I'm Charlie and I'm a firefighter. Does anyone know what a firefighter does? You put out fires, said Grace. You help people in emergencies, said Aisha. You rescue kittens from trees, said Kai. Firefighters are very busy people if they do all of that. Charlie smiled. Firefighters are part of the emergency services and we help keep people safe. If there is a fire, you can call us and we will come to rescue people and put the fire out. Sometimes we do rescue animals too. Is it hard? Asked Annie. Charlie thought for a moment. Being a firefighter can be hard, said Charlie. Fires are very dangerous, so I have to be very brave. I also have to keep fit to make sure I'm strong enough to do the job. But the thing that every firefighter needs most is a great team. It's the other firefighters that help me do my job, even when it's hard. Now, who wants to see the fire engines? Asked Charlie. I know what I would say to that. What would you guys say? Yeah, I'd be very excited. I'd be like, yes, please. And remember, we found that fire-themed word that we're focusing on today. Fire engine. They headed out behind the fire station to find a bright red fire engine. Wow, said Billy. It's amazing. If you'd like to get in, then I need to see some great teamwork, said Charlie. Are you ready to take turns? Tulip class lined up in pairs and waited patiently until everyone had been inside. Mr. Clark took lots of photographs of the children sat behind the steering wheel. That's a good one, isn't it? Steering wheel. We haven't got that on our word mat. I'm just like a real firefighter, said Medina. after everyone had used the hose, well done, and headed back into the fire station to learn more about all of the equipment. Charlie's amazing, said Dylan. She's even cooler than I imagined. I hope I can be as good a firefighter as Charlie when I'm older, said Teo. She's incredible, said Medina. I'm going to be brave, strong firefighter when I grow up. I'll be in your team, said Annie. As the class got ready to leave, Aisha walked over to join Charlie. Charlie, should I be a firefighter when I grow up? She asked. You should be whatever you want to be, said Charlie. The best thing you can be is yourself. And look, on the school ride back home, it's really inspired all of the children to think about what they want to be when they grow up, just like you guys were thinking about in our first week this term. I hope you enjoyed our story. I think it's time to go on a firefighter adventure to find some firefighter words around the room. Shall we have a look at what we're going to do next? So in your home learning packs, you should have some sheets that look like this. Got a sheet with some words on that you can cut out. You can cut each of these words out. And then you've got a sheet with some pictures on. You could cut these pictures out as well. Now, around my room, I have hidden all of these items, and we're going to go on a firefighter adventure to find them. Let's go! Right, I'm in my fire truck. Let's go find some of those fireworks. The siren's going. We're going to go quickly. Okay, so we've been sent through some additional information about our fire emergency today. Let's have a closer look at it. So we're looking for, oh, that's a firefighter. And what is the firefighter doing? Yeah, he's climbing up the ladder. So today on our fire adventure, we're looking for a ladder. What sound does the word ladder start with? Starts with a ooh. And the next sound, l-ad, lad, lad, So we've got l-a-d, ladder. So we're looking for words with those sounds in. Shall we see if we can locate them? Let's go. Sirens on. Engine on. I can see the ladder. Let's see if we can spot the word. Pull up by the side, out we get. Let's see, can you see the word anywhere? Oh, it's right at the top of the ladder. Can you see what sound does it start with? Let's check we've got the right word. Starts with a ooh. And then, yeah, there's an l-a-d, ladder. We found the word. Let's retrieve it. Right, up I go. Retrieve my word. Okay, now we can have a good close look at it. Here we go. Here's my word, ladder. I'm just going to go get a very special fire engine pen so we can add some of our sound buttons onto it so we can read it all together and check that we can match it with our firefighter information picture. So we've got a ooh, a, d. That's a diagraph there, isn't it? We don't go l-a-d-da. No, we just say it once. Two letters go together to make one sound. Lad. Oh, now this is another sausage sound here. Lad. This one makes an sound. So it's l-a-d, ladder. Does it match our information picture? It does. Oh, I think there's another emergency coming. Let's go find out about it. Okay, guys, we've had our next emergency picture through. Shall we see what we're going to locate and retrieve this time? Can you see? It's a hose. Let's see if we can find out where the word hose is. Let's go. Okay, before we put the engine on, let's have a little think. What sound does the word hose start with? O, yeah. And what sound does Mr. O make? It's an O, isn't it? So we're looking for an O that makes an O sound. O's. Oh, it's got a S in it. Right, I think we're ready to go and look for it. Engines on, rum, rum. Siren on, rum, rum. Woo, 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 woo. Oh no, there's a house on fire. Let's put the fire out and rescue the world. Oh, yeah, the fire's all out. Now we can see our fire word, hose. What sound did the word hose start with? That's right, we've got our word hose. Let me retrieve it from the burnt down house. Here we go. We've got the word hose. With our fire pen, let's check to see if we've got the right word and see if I can match it to our fire emergency picture today. So, we've got the word hose. So it starts with a here we go. There's my bean for the now this next one, it looks like an O, but it's not hos, is it? It's hose. Now the O can make an O sound because that's its letter name, but also it can be a split O sound. So O S, hose, and it's like our magic silent E on the end, isn't it? Shall we see if it matches our picture? It does. Thanks for helping me match my next picture. Okay, we're going to leave our good reading literacy session there for today. I hope you enjoyed helping me find my fire focus words. I wonder if you can find and match all of your ones at home. Have fun. Bye.